From the Jeannie Hayes Virtual Studio, this is Marquette Now.
Good evening and welcome to Marquette Now. I'm Tara Schumel.
And I'm David Klinger.
The Marquette community gathers to mourn the loss of lives in Sri Lanka. The
prayer service was held to show that Marquette stands in solidarity with the victims of the shooting.
Ricky Labrada has his story.
When an act of violence hits an international community, Campus Ministries' Jerry Fisher comes to Joan of Arc.
When people don't know what to do, they feel like they need to gather and pray.
Where there is doubt, let me show faith.
Dozens from the Milwaukee community unite for a prayer vigil in response to the terrorist attacks that occurred on Sri Lanka on Easter Sunday.
To truly understand each other within our differences.
For some, the prayers and moment of silence were more personal.
It's my home, so it hurts.
Shashini Wamalij, a UWM student, is one of many Sri Lankans in the Milwaukee area.
So these are the things that we can do. There's not much we can do. We're just far away from home, so we try to be there with our fellow Sri Lankans any way we can.
And while over 8,000 miles away from the violence, singing offers hope and comfort, especially to Subhash Rajapaksa, a Marquette graduate student.
So I would like to thank the people who arranged this fund so we could gather around and pray for people who innocent people who affected from this situation, who lost their lives.
From Joan of Arc Chapel, I'm Ricky Labrada, Marquette Wire News.
This afternoon, a protest happened in the Central Mall. The protest was about unionization for non-tenure track faculty and graduate students. They moved from the Central Mall to Zilber Hall for a sit-in.
Finals are just around the corner. They begin Monday at 8 a.m. and can go as late as Friday at 7:45 p.m. Look at Checkmark to see when your finals are. The only thing more stressful than taking finals would be missing them.
Luckily, Marquette is giving students ways to relax from finals. There are study breaks every day in the AMU from May 6th until May 10th. One big part of the study breaks are the therapy dogs and cats that you can pet to de-stress. Treat yourself during finals week by stopping into these events.
Marquette is mourning the loss of alum and benefactor Ray Eckstein. He made major contributions in the building of the Law Library, Jesuit Residence, and Al McGuire Center. He passed away on April 20th, 2019. Marquette will always keep his memory alive in the buildings that wouldn't be standing without him. The law building isn't the only one on campus that has been praised for its architecture.
The Commons is great looking, but has had some troubles in its first year.
Jenna Thompson has the update on how students feel about living in the building.
With finals week quickly approaching, nearly 900 students will be moving out of Marquette's newest residence hall.
I loved it. I met so many people, and it's a great space just for studying and hanging out with friends.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
It's pretty nice. It's nice having a new building to live in.
Despite the state-of-the-art design and the 4 architecture awards the building has won this year, students deal with many problems internally.
Yeah, I had some issues with the elevators.
I have had a lot of issues with the washing machines, going down and seeing that it's out of order. It's kind of frustrating.
Ooh, big paint coming off the walls problem. They told us that we could use command strips, and I ripped off half my wall the other day.
For a group of friends on the 8th floor of the Wells Tower, the many arising problems in the building did not stop them from creating a place of community.
So the 10 or so of us were in the common room from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed at.
Shane Brady, a sophomore in the College of Communication, agrees about the lack of transparency given to students when the laundry pay system was broken for nearly a month.
And they didn't really tell us what was the issue. They just said something's wrong. But in a building of several hundred students, that's something you need to be up and running.
Overall, these problems did not stop Shane and other residents from making the Commons their home for the year.
It's kind of like a trial run, what do they need to fix for the next year. But I think it's definitely a good place to be in, a good place for, making friendships, having a good time, and keeping a good sense of community.
From the Commons, I'm Jenna Thompson, Marquette Wire News.
Graduation is almost upon us, lads and lasses. Make sure to pick up your cap and gown in the AMU on May 14th between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. or May 15th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The final commencement will be on Sunday, May 19th at Fiserv Forum.
Are you worried about the busy intersections on campus? Well, MUPD is announcing a new pedestrian safety initiative, which will include crossing guards at intersections that do not have a stop sign or light. The crossing guards will be students hired by MUPD with vests and whistles.
Get ready for basketball season next year. Marquette alumni Chuck and Karen Swoboda are giving $2.5 million to the men's basketball program and Innovation Alley leadership programs. The basketball program will receive $1.5 million, and programs like eLead will receive $1 million.
Normally, when we think about a basketball team, we picture the players and the coach.
But there's one more member of Marquette women's basketball whose contributions usually go unnoticed. Caroline White has the story.
Dribble, pass, shoot,
oh God,
pray.
My mind with truth.
Father Edward Matthey is a theology professor for most of the year, but when fall rolls around, he has a different role on the women's basketball team. He's been the women's basketball chaplain for 12 seasons.
Faith means we trust not only in God, we trust in each other, we trust in ourselves, and that's the faith we're talking about along with that. All of our gifts, our talents, and so that's the part I sort of bring in the prayer for the players, that we're conscious of how much that means to us.
Matthey once gave a makeshift mass in a hotel in College Station, Texas before a Sunday morning game, because he knew the girls wouldn't be able to make it to mass that day.
Time has come.
He's amazing, and even though he's right there, I would say this even if he wasn't over there.
Matthey's dedication to bringing theology to Marquette doesn't stop at the basketball team.
Father Matthey is great for giving me ways to go about developing in my faith, finding new ways to pray, and really bringing the spiritual exercises into my daily life and into my daily prayer.
It's just really special to be able to connect on this sort of a level. Some of them have been in my class, but it's much more being able not to have to coach or whatever it is. It's just presence, and to see what presence can mean. And then this loving Father who's out there constantly waiting.
I'm Caroline White, Marquette Wire News.
And then
the first year without McCormick Hall in action is coming to an end.
Stay tuned after the break to see students and how they feel about tearing down the iconic building.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Built in 1967, McCormick Hall has housed over 700 freshmen each year for over 5 decades.
With its end in sight, students reminisce about how Corms made their Marquette experience complete.
Jack Phillips has the details.
McCormick Hall is meeting its end starting this summer. prompting me to ask students one word to describe the famous building.
Fun. Probably bizarre.
Formative.
Beer.
With the destruction of the hall set to begin toward the end of the month, former residents like Kevin O'Finn aren't taking the dorm's finale lightly.
On our common room on 3, like every single night, we would just all go in there and just like talk and do homework and just chill. So that was definitely like my highlight of my freshman year. It was like every night just like being able to go to the common room.
O'Finn is one of thousands of former residents of McCormick Hall, a place creating memories for many for more than 50 years. Current Schrader resident Anthony Eldura says no dorm can compare to the famous, quote, beer can.
I don't know, I feel like McCormick was more embracive of like the open doors, open floors thing, because like sophomore year, like everyone has their friend group kind of set. Like obviously you're still meeting new people on the floor, like met Jesse this year, great kid. You know, like still meeting new people, but like in the beginning, it was like you didn't really know many people, if any, coming in here, so like everyone was making that extra effort to go out, like prop their door open, just stop by, introduce themselves.
With the final send-off for the building set for May 17th, plenty of former residents are expected to be in attendance, and O'Finn and his friends will be no different.
Just like it's like an iconic place of Milwaukee, and everybody knows about it. Like every single Marquette alumni from like the last 50 years know about it, and so definitely like being able to like see like the last hurrah.
Kevin's not playing.
My controller's dead.
Jack Phillips, Marquette Wire News.
The statue of Mary has been placed in the new grotto behind the Joan of Arc Chapel. President Lovell's vision for the grotto was part of an 18-month Ignatian Colleagues program. The dedication ceremony for the statue was today at 3:30 p.m.
The dedication of the grotto isn't the only service today. There is a candlelight mass tonight at 10 p.m. at the Joan of Arc Chapel. This mass has become a tradition that ends the school year with prayer and solidarity.
The philosophy department will be holding a 3-day conference starting tomorrow. The conference will be a joint meeting of the American Philosophical Association's Society for Mexican American Philosophy and the Latinx Philosophers Conference. They will focus on philosophical traditions, value theory, and history of Western philosophy.
The Senior Week Career Fair starts at the end of finals on Saturday the 11th. The fair is for seniors who are looking for full-time, part-time, and internship opportunities. It will give them the chance to build connections with businesses and professionals. All right, David, this weather has been insane.
It's been so crazy, I don't know what to do about it. But say, hey Alexa, what's the weather for this week?
It's Alex.
Well, I'm just glad you guys didn't ask me to play Despacito. So let's see what we got here today. All right, so right now it's 45 degrees. Precipitation's about 20%, so it's a little cloudy, not raining just yet, with humidity at 82%. Looking at our overnight lows, we have 40 degrees in Eau Claire, 33 degrees in Superior, 42 degrees down in Madison, and 40 degrees right here in Milwaukee. When we look at tomorrow's highs, we're finally getting a little hotter. We have 57 in Eau Claire, 60 in La Crosse, 58 in Madison, and not quite in the 50s yet, but 48 in Milwaukee. Tonight it's going to be 40 degrees, precipitation at 20%. I think that's supposed to go up a little bit, so it probably will be raining tonight with winds north-northeast from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow it'll be 48 degrees, humidity at 77%, more rain with precipitation at 60%, and winds northeast at 8 miles per hour. So looking at our 5-day, on Friday we have 49 degrees, a little cloudy. There should be some showers a little bit later in the day. Saturday, same thing, just 10 degrees warmer. On Sunday, it's going to be 62 degrees, which is going to be nice, but it is supposed to rain. So it'll be a perfect day to stay in and study. Maybe treat yourself and have some pizza. Monday, 56 degrees, cloudy, and Tuesday, 54 degrees, also cloudy. So we're getting a little bit of rain for the week, but hopefully it'll start getting sunny soon. We'll be back with sports right after this break.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born, and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
Welcome back to Marquette Now. I'm Riley Harrington with your Marquette Sports Update. It's the end of the year, and while many sports are winding down, there's one team who is still very much alive. Women's lacrosse is hosting the Big East Championships for the first time in program history beginning tomorrow. Here's what Meredith Black thinks about the positives of hosting the tournament.
I mean, I think that's amazing. I think that's huge. That's such a bonus. I think no matter who is having the home crowd, I think just having our fans, not having to travel, not having to get on a plane, sleep in an airport or in a hotel. That's just an advantage. And being able to have our own facilities to rehab and to lift and to watch film is just going to make it comfortable for them. And so hopefully it'll settle some of those nerves that come with the tournament experience, and then just help them drive through to the end.
Jack Phillips recaps the action of Marquette upsetting Georgetown Saturday.
For the final time, Marquette women's lacrosse's all-time talent puts on another regular season performance in a Golden Eagle uniform, propelling the program to its first ever win against a ranked opponent.
When we were freshmen, the senior class, Georgetown kind of screwed them, so I mean, we've been on this journey trying to beat them all 4 years, and to finally get this win is just an incredible feeling.
Through Grace Gabriel and Charlotte McGuire's dominating offensive possessions, the squad's overall level of play can thrive as well. Saturday against Georgetown tells that exact same story, with Jules Horning leading the way on the defensive end.
At that point, I think it was just, keep winning the ball, keep coming up with stops on defense, keep moving on attack. I mean, we kind of came up with a better offensive strategy at that point, which I think gave the team confidence.
Marquette now enters its second Big East tournament in a row, starting on Thursday, as the number 2 seed Golden Eagles prepare to face the Hoyas again, this time outside at Valley Fields. Coach Black and her team understand just how hungry Georgetown will be for revenge.
They're going to come out firing. They're going to be really thirsty for a win. So I think we have to be prepared. I think we have to learn from our mistakes and really try to just limit some of the mistakes we made this game and be more aggressive than we were today.
Reporting from the Dome at Valley Fields, I'm Jack Phillips, Marquette Wire Sports.
Meanwhile, men's lacrosse season has come to an end after losing to number 12 Denver on Friday. Men's golf head coach Steve Bailey and his team won its third Big East title in the past 5 years at Kalawasi Island in Ocady, South Carolina Sunday. After starting in third place Friday, the team held a lead in Saturday's second round. But then Sunday, the Golden Eagles compiled 18 birdies and a pair of eagles to pull away and finish 8 over par in the tournament. Matt Merlick is runner-up for the second consecutive year in a 4-way tie for second place at 1 over par for the championship. Oliver Farrell finished in third place at 3 under par 69, which matches a tournament low score. This is the first time Marquette has won a team title without an individual championship. The Golden Eagles will receive an automatic NCAA regional berth. The selection show is tonight, where the team finds out where they're headed. The NCAA regionals begin May 13th. In track and field, sophomore Samuel Johnson led the way with a third-place finish in the men's long jump and set a personal best distance of 7.15 meters. Sophomore Lindsay Mirkas finished third in the women's high jump with a height of 1.71 meters. Neither tennis team won a Big East championship this past weekend. Men's barely lost 4-3 to St. John's in the finals, and women's fell to Villanova in the quarterfinals. That's all I have for sports. Don't go anywhere because Donna Sarkar will be back with Down to the Wire.
Hey! There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest! You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
On Down to the Wire tonight, Donna Sarkar has a special guest.
Senior and journal editor Allie Prouty talks about the journals she made over this year and the special edition coming this month.
Welcome to tonight's edition of Down to the Wire. I'm Donna Sarkar, and I have Allie here with me today to talk about the new journal issue that's coming out. So, Allie, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for being here
Thank
tonight.
you for having me. I'm really excited.
Of course. We're really excited to see the new journal come out. So what can you tell us about the new journal? Any spoilers that you can give us?
So normally I don't give out a ton of spoilers, but just for you I will. This is the third journal that is going to come out this year, which is this academic year, which is absolutely crazy. And it's our special issue. And so to wrap up our color theme, we're doing a yellow color theme. So we'll have all of the primary colors in this series, which is really nice. There's a lot of other really fun surprises that we haven't done before. It's an online only issue, so you're gonna have to click through it to kind of find them that I can't give out just yet, but it's gonna be really innovative, really different, and we're all really excited.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. So how long have you guys all been working on this journal for?
Yeah, so I started working on it in November. Some of our other managers and top of the line editors started working on it probably mid-January this year is when we started having planning meetings for it and stuff like that. And then our full staff started working on it March 21st, which was the day after our last issue came out. We had a meeting and I said, we're going to start working today, and everyone was on board, which is really awesome. So
yeah, that's great. So I know a lot of your journals have followed this colored theme. So can you tell me about how that idea sparked?
Yeah, for sure. So I was actually brainstorming on how we kind of wanted to take the direction of the journal this year, last March probably when I was hired. And we had, for a really long time, the journal was just a lot of random floater stories that were all put into the magazine. Really good stories, but didn't really have a theme. And then a couple years ago, we started launching a project series. And some of the stories would tie into the project theme, but not all of them. So you'd have the project stories, you'd have the correlating thematic stories, and then you'd have random stories just in there. Really good, but just wasn't really cohesive. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to pick a broad theme and have everything tie into that one broad theme. And then I was brainstorming on ideas, just writing down random words, and I wrote down a color. And then I kind of glossed over it, and then I was looking back at it, and I talked to our photo editor and designers, and they were like, that would actually look really, really cool. So then we came up with a budget for it, and here we are 3 issues later.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I look forward to seeing it all in person. So what has been your favorite part throughout this whole journey working for the journal?
Oh my gosh, so many. Honestly, so many.
Yeah.
My senior year of high school, I think I told the admissions counselor that by my senior year of college, I would be running the journal, and he was like, "You're not even admitted to this university yet." But this has literally been a dream come true, and I've loved almost every minute of it. But I think probably my favorite part is seeing just all of our staff grow and be so proud of their work. I had some reporters who the very first issue they were struggling to even pitch an idea, and now they're coming to me so excited about their stories and so proud, and you just see like the light in their eyes and how excited they are, and it just like makes me really happy to see them so happy, because that's why we're here. We're here to do what we love. So
Sure. Well, your hard work is definitely paying
Thank
off.
you.
And so I guess just to wrap up, how do you feel overall about putting out this last issue? Like, how is this process going for you?
It's really bittersweet. It's been a little crazy, but I mean, it's crazy for everyone. You know, everyone in student media works really hard, and we're all doing 1,000 things. This is bittersweet. I'm really proud. I feel like I'm definitely ending on a really high note, which is really nice. And I'm really excited to see what Natalie does with it next year.
Sure.
And just keep getting better.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure to pick up a journal soon. So, thank you.
Make sure to watch Allie talk about the journal a bit more on Marquette Lately tonight.
So before we leave, we're going to call in Alex real quick. Sally Larson was taking a final, so he couldn't join us. But I just want to say thank you to all of you, or the 2 of you. As I say all of you, it's just the 2 of you sitting here. I just want to thank you to 2 of you for your continuous support and your dedication to this, and it's been incredible. And how lucky are we to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard to? You know what I mean? Like, how lucky are we? And it's been such a good year, and honestly, like, there's so many people to thank that I can't do it in like the 30 seconds we have. But I will say thank you to Mark Soromsky for believing in us and our shenanigans and for supporting us through everything. Thank you to all of our parents who have probably laughed at us. I mean, mine have when I was a freshman, and I was too scared to come here, and now I'm here. And thank you to our roommate Brendan for being Brendan, because he's been awesome, and all of our friends who have supported us over the years and stuff like that. And just thank you to our producers and all the staff and our editors and our executive director and all the co-managers and stuff like that. It's just been incredible. And we all came in here saying we wanted to leave in a better shape than we found it. Sadly, we won't be here next year, but I think and I hope that you'll come back and you'll support MUTV and you'll keep watching and stuff like that, because I feel like they're just getting started and we haven't seen anything yet. So
You ain't seen nothing yet.
no. So
Ditto.
yeah. So yeah.
Well, for the last time for us, thank you for watching Marquette Now.
I'm David Klinger.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Alex Legosh.
And I'm Tara Schumo. That's all we have for you guys. Be kind, Marquette.